Hi folks, I'm back today with just another very quick video. One thing I commented on in a recent video I made using the Princetronic Tournament 10 was that a lot of people perhaps aren't aware of how to tune in RF devices on modern technology, or how you would perhaps go about capturing footage from an RF device, such as one of these, or something such as like a Master System or a Mega Drive if you've not got ways of doing it. So I thought, I'll just make a quick video showing you, the viewers, about a little peek behind the curtain, perhaps how I do it. If you're looking to do it yourself, some other ways of doing it. This is by no means the only way of doing it. It's perhaps by no means the best way of doing it. But for me, it's the way that works, and it gives me the results that I'm happy with. They're not studio quality. They're not, like I said, the best in the world, but for me, it does the job. I will point out that we've just got a little light reflecting here. It's from the LED on the front of my camera that's just reflecting. So I've got a laptop set up. It's just a common All Garden laptop, and it's running OBS. Again, freeware, open source software that's available, running on the computer, on the laptop. So plugged into the laptop, we've got a couple of devices. Let's try and run this backwards. So the Princetronic, or my RF input source, is running into a DVD VCR combo. Probably the VCR is the more important bit, because it's got that RF tuner. Okay, so coming in, we've got the RF signal plugging straight into a tuner. Now this could be on a VCR. If you've got a DVD recorder that would have recorded from an analog tuner back in the day, that's the kind of thing you're looking for. Anything with a digital tuner only won't work, and obviously it's got to be able to be like an input signal. Off the back of the video player, of the VCR, I'm running just three red, white and yellow phono outputs, and that is running into this little box here, which converts phono input into a HDMI signal. What you could do at this point, if you wanted to, is use one of these video to, let me try and get that in the picture, these USB video grabbers, which I do have and I have used. However, I used it on a different computer that was running a different operating system. I think it was Windows 10 or something. A laptop's running Windows 11. I've not managed to get it hooked up properly yet. It's just not picking up the drivers. It's not quite working, but that's a work in progress. So what I've had to do for now is add in another step, which I'll come to in a minute. I will point out, I bought this secondhand from a charity shop. Always good for bargains, charity shops. So rather than running the phono, composite, is it composite? I can never remember what the official term for this is. I'm sure I'll get flamed in the comments for getting it wrong. Is this converted into HDMI, which I then plug into my HDMI capture box. And again, this isn't by no means the top of the range one. Is it Elgato ones, which seem to be very common among professional streamers and that kind of stuff. Cost a lot more. They're a lot better, but for me right now, this thing works a treat. Okay, so it's just USB out, HDMI in. It's also got a pass-through. Okay, so if you wanted to then output this to another display, you could do. But for me, we run straight out of this into the laptop, and we're capturing our footage. What you've got to also remember is, number one, the quality coming from the RF isn't the best, which is why we're getting this fuzziness. If I was capturing from something like a Master System or a Mega Drive, it might be a little bit better. But that, tuning in through channel 36 and then bouncing through a couple of different devices, we're getting some interference and stuff. But like I say, it's by no means the only method of capturing RF. It's by no means some sort of industry standard thing. But for me, right now, it does that job. So if you're struggling and you want to have a go at capturing something from an RF device, picking up a VCR from eBay doesn't even have to be working. Well, obviously it does have to be working, i.e. powering up, but there are plenty of VCRs being sold on eBay for spares and repairs. I bet if you look locally on Gumtree, you'll probably find one going for free. You know, even if the reels aren't working and the tape's not being read or it's being chewed up, you don't need that. All you need is some sort of pass-through, you know, the RF tuner to then kick out a video signal. Obviously, you need one that's got SCART or the phono output as opposed to just RF. So, yeah, there we go. That's just a little sort of peek behind the curtain. Not that I tend to hide too much. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it taught you something, or maybe taught you nothing, but you just enjoyed watching it for 6 minutes of your life. So, as always, like I say, hope you enjoyed it. Give us a like and a sub, and you know, subscribe and a comment if you want to. You don't have to. We just make these for your enjoyment. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you again down the road. But it's bye for now.